I am an Illuminati, and you are my slave. You don't know that, but that is true. You are my slave. I am your master. You do what I want you to do. If you don't, I eliminate you. I tell you when to shit. I tell you when to eat. I tell you when to drink. I tell you when to have sex to procreate your bastard race. Because I have the power. You think you act accordingly to your free will. I chip you. And I feel power, happiness. Because I have the wisdom. It doesn't mean that I'm more intelligent than you. No, you can be a genius, and yet I rule you. And you know, I feel like a bank robber who robbed the bank, but nobody knows. And I robbed, let's say, $10 million, but nobody knows. And I want somebody to know in that comparison who I am. So I go to a prostitute or to anybody and say, do you know who robbed that bank? See here, the headlines. And she, no. And I say, me. And I feel important. You see, and it's right now almost kind of feeling I have such power, but nobody knows. Nobody is supposed to know what power I have. And it all began when you went from our country, from Britain to America, to trash, our trash. We said, go away, criminals. And we let you go across the ocean to the new land. But suddenly, we discovered that you were doing quite well. I mean, economy and streets and cars and culture. And something is happening there without us. So my great-great-grandfather was sent over there with money. And we destroyed your currency. You didn't know that. And so you had big crash. And then we said, listen, Jekyll Island, and so, you know, we have an idea. Why don't you do politics? Well, we take care of the money. Oh, said some of them, that would be a great help, thank you. No problem. Where do we get the money from? Did they ask my great-grandfather? He said, well, we print it. How is that possible? You give us permission, of course. Wow, how else? Oh yeah, we do. And they gave us permission to print your money. Now we print it, we give it to you, you owe it to us, and plus interest. What did we do for the money? For the printing? Do we pay the printing costs? No, you do. This is power. Can you feel it? And with this system, with interest-loaded money system, we rule the entire world. We put them all into debt until they can't pay anymore. Then we finance wars. And after that, see, that's how we start our economy. We take everything, war destroys everything. So, and when you don't have anything anymore, you need new things. First of all, you must finance war. We give you the money that you permit us to print for you. And then you need new money after we have destroyed everything to build everything new up. No problem. We give it to you. And we sit in our bodyguard protected castles in south of France and London or wherever, and we laugh our asses off, the idiots like you. These kind of. We permit everything, but you are not permitted to say anything against interest-loaded money. See, in no talk show is that permitted. We block it down immediately. Anyway, I am an Illuminati. I have all the power. I wasn't always like that. Believe me. When I was a little child, I rode with my father through the Bronx in our golden Rolls Royce. Oh, don't misunderstand me. And my father next to me, and there was an old man sitting there. He was poor, he had nothing. I opened the door, I say, and father says, where do you want to go? I said, well, I want to give him some dollars. My father closed the door of the Rolls, said to the driver, stop. Then he took me with the left hand and hit me with the right hand in my mouth. All my teeth out. I was 13 and I was half conscious. And my father said, son, you are made to rule, not to serve, and not to help, and not to have compassion. You have the choice. You want to be one of them, or I kill you. You want to live? Yes, Dad. Good boy. Now we go to the hospital. That was my first lesson. In power. My next lessons I got in Eton, you know, that's where they got me in the right place. Not to learn new things or to be wise or intelligent. Listen, you who listen to me, you are made 10 times more intelligent, but you don't have the simple knowledge how we rule the world. We print the money out of nothing, we give it to you, and now you owe it to us. That's how we rule. And because we have interest on the money, you will never be able to pay back 1 penny of the debt. And sometimes there is in me a hate, you know, I hate you because you're so stupid. Your children and your grandchildren will piss on your graves. I assure you, I assure you. Because you left them the national debt, which will accumulate to an extent that the next war is unavoidable. That's how we planned it. 7 families rule the world. I belong to one of them. I make in 1 second, without doing anything, more money than you if you would reincarnate in 10 lives. You see, and this is true power. What else is there? I don't believe in heaven and hell. After I'm dead, I'm dead. And I pass it on to my children. I tell you something. When my boy doesn't listen, you know what waits for him. You know what waits for him. The lesson in power. And this is how we rule the world, and we'll always rule the world, and nobody can stop us. Bye-bye. One thing I'm missing. One thing I miss. And this is love.